Hey, how's everyone doing? Happy Thursday. Welcome back to another episode of Pints with Paul, my live stream where I get to know you guys a little bit better, kind of have one-on-one little chats with you and just talk to you about everything living in South Florida, what it's like to live here. Sometimes we'll talk a little bit about real estate. And of course, we will be drinking a pint of beer and discussing why I love living here in South Florida. So, first of all, cheers. Hope you got something nice and cold, or maybe for you up north, you might want something nice and warm. Maybe was it a little one of those toddies? Something to get you a little warmed up. So here it's pretty cold up there. The weather actually got better down here. So it was cold for a few days. I was having a hard time with it. I mean, I was like literally freezing in the house, but it did get better. It warmed up today. It was a beautiful day. Although I was in meetings most of the day inside, but I did just get a little bit of time out at the park with my son, and then came back home so I could get here for the live stream. So first of all, cheers. So I'm having, this one is from, let me see who makes this. Pigeon Hill. Beer is happiness in liquid form. Changed my mind. I like that. So, and Velociraptor. So that's the pint. You guys can't see that. Let's see. There you go. So you sort of see it. Anyway, that's the beer I'm having of choice for tonight. So my favorite beaches. We're going to talk about a few things, but I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about the beaches because I know you can't think about that, but it will be beach weather soon enough. And it's beach weather down here. As I said, it was nice. It's like in the 70s and the weather was getting really, just up there again. It's starting to look good. I'm going to turn the volume down so I don't hear myself, so I can watch on my own monitor here, my little phone. But yeah, the weather's gotten nice out, and it's that time of the year where, like, we call it paradise weather. So I'm excited. It's good. I want to get out and do some fishing. Lots of great activities. We have 47 miles here in Palm Beach County of like beaches that you can go to, and there's some areas that are private, but for the most part there's a ton of beaches all the way from Boca at the south end all the way up north to Jupiter, and there's just all kinds of different beaches. Some are dog friendly, some are great for fishing, some are great for just chilling out. So I'll kind of go through, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Google map, and I'm going to share the screen. I think I got it worked out. I think I did, and kind of show you guys some of my favorite beaches so you can kind of see it from the Google Earth perspective. And then that way, when you guys are coming down here, maybe that'll help you out a little bit and, give you an idea of where you might want to live, how far it is from certain neighborhoods. So, so that's what we're going to do today. We'll talk about that. And then I also got the page that last week I wanted to share with you guys, which was the events that are coming up for February. Let me see. I'll click real quick. Yeah, I got the roundup of what to do in February in the Palm Beaches. So a lot of good events there. But let's go over to the comments section real quick. So it looks like we got a couple people here. So Cindy, let's see. Let me show this. Cindy says, "Hi, Paul, from Cold Blind River in Northern Ontario." Just that sounds cold, Cindy. Just saying it, man. Wow. So, well, I hope you're keeping warm somehow, and got some blankets, and you're comfy, and you're safe, and you're nice and cozy in your house. You miss the beaches. She says in another message that I miss the beaches in Lake Worth area. Yeah, Lake Worth's a neat beach. So they've got a really long pier, and we'll talk about Lake Worth here in a little bit. I'm going to move up the coast when I start going and showing you guys. So we'll kind of get to like that. And then, if you have some questions, feel free to, ask questions, and I'll try to, answer those as we go along today. As I've said all along, these live streams are just a way for me to, kind of connect with those of you who have subscribed to the channel, but obviously we got new people who come on, and I love that as well. And just kind of a way to have a little fun and, talk to me and ask some questions that I might not answer in my videos. So speaking of videos, I did a really cool one yesterday. I can't wait to show you that. It's something a little different. It's real estate related, but it's really cool. And just something I found really interesting, and I went down, and it was kind of an interview video. So I showed the house, but I also interviewed somebody. So that's kind of cool. I'll be working on that. That one's going to take a little while to edit. And then next week, I have a really cool house that I'm actually going to be going into. And I actually have a videographer who's going to be helping me So that's kind of first time I've ever done that. You know, I've usually done everything myself, and I still will, but I'm trying to get into some different things and some different type of videos where I can just walk around and talk and not focus so much on holding the camera and everything. So I got a guy who was part of our office. He helps out some of the other agents, and he's going to come out there and film me, and we're going to have some fun, which will free me up to just kind of be myself and not think about the shot so much, but just focus on what I'm trying to deliver. And it's going to be pretty cool. So I think you guys will like it. It's going to be exciting. The house is pretty spectacular. So that will be coming up in the next week or so as well. But anyway, and also this is the first time I'm actually broadcasting to my Facebook business page. So if any of you guys are out there watching on my Facebook business page, Palm Beaches Paul at KW Innovations, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. This is all just part of my YouTube channel. And it's like I said, this is more of kind of a relaxed, fun way for me to kind of get in here and talk to everybody and talk about South Florida and stuff that's going on. So, so before we get to the, let's see, a few comments. Let me hide that. Let me go up here 1 second. Let me put this up. There we go. So I told you guys that I could share the screen. So I am going to do that, and we will go 1 second. So I'm going to go here. So I'm going to show you some of the things that are coming in February. So if any of you were tuning in from last week and you didn't get a chance, I didn't get a chance to show you, maybe you're here new, but there's a lot of good events going on. So as I said, this time of the year, the weather is really nice and there's so much to do in South Florida. And it's one of the reasons why so many people want to move down here. And it's just because it's that great weather, like everyone's dealing with, like Cindy, stuck up there in the snow. People come down here to Florida and the weather's warm, the beaches are, you know, nice and welcoming, and it's just a great way to get out and enjoy Florida. And they have a lot of great events that go on at that time. So let me do this. I know last time I thought I messed up, but it actually worked. So share screen. Yes, share screen. We're gonna share and then share. And then we're going to go here. And let's see. I'm waiting for it. Okay. No. There it is. Yeah, it showed up. Very cool. All right. So I'm off to the side. You guys can see me. There's a delay on my phone. So, all right. So events, what to do in February in the Palm Beaches. And this is a great little website. You can get a lot of information. And, you know, and this also, guys, this is where I get my name, Palm Beaches Paul, because that's what we call the county we live in, the Palm Beaches. Although a lot of people like to call me Palm Beach Paul. When I sell a home over on the island of Palm Beach for $50 million, we'll change the name. So make that happen. All right. So a couple different things coming up. So you got the Palm Beach Master Series going on. The polo season is here out in Wellington. I haven't done any videos out in Wellington, but I will. I need to get out there. Wellington's the horse country. It's where all the polo fields are, and it's really beautiful out there. It's really nice. The Wellington Mall. The Wellington Mall is really, really great place to go. And there's lots of shops and everything out there. So it's a good place. And there are a lot of nice residents out there and everything. So, but the polo's out there. They have the polo club, and they have a lot of events that go on out there. So if you like horses and you want to see, you know, all the polo action and all that, and it's kind of a great place to get dressed up and go see and be seen, then they have a lot of stuff coming up. And some of the things they have coming up, I guess this one, the World's is kind of already passed, so that was the second. But you got the Nations Cup. Was it the Nations Cup? Yeah, February 11th to the 16th. And then the Palm Beach Open, which I guess is the last one, March 10th through the 15th. These events are free of charge, it looks like. So general admission, grandstand seating, the park is first come, first serve. So I want to go see something cool, see a little bit of polo action and just kind of sightsee and people watch. Pretty cool thing to go take a look at. So we got some other stuff coming up. The Florida Everglades, Everglades Day Festival out in the Everglades. So another thing coming up. That one's coming up this weekend. Let me see. I mentioned this one last time, and I guess that is this weekend as well, is the South Florida Garlic Fest. That's a great event. As they used to be in Delray for many years. Now they've kind of moved it. And let me see, where is it? It is in Lake Worth. I said last time it was Wellington. It is in Lake Worth. And it's your garlic fest. You know, you go there and, like it says, they have everything, ice cream and anything and everything you can think. And then they've got, looks like they have a battle of the bands and all that. So And be sure if you do any of these, check before you go, because, I don't know if there's any new rules or anything because of COVID, but just, you want to look and make sure if it's still going on, but I think most of them are. So let's see what else we got. This one. I did a video of this, the Palm Beach Boat Show, and that's coming back up. And it's coming up soon. Wow, it's already here, February 13th and 18th. This is one of my favorite events, the Palm Beach Boat Show. A lot of fun. I did a video out there. I got to see some amazing yachts, and it's a really cool event. They have anything and everything you can imagine, from small little boats to huge mega yachts, and engines and dive gear and anything and everything you'd want to enjoy being out on the water in South Florida. This is a great show to go to. And I think, I don't know, I forgot what tickets were. I think they're $15 or $20, and you can take a trolley, you can park somewhere and take a trolley to get down there. So you don't have to worry about parking. But really great event to go to if you love boats. And then you have the Delray Beach Open, the big tennis match that goes on in Delray Beach every year. Looks like that's set to come in February 14th to the 23rd. That's a big event. So, and we got our local Coco Gaff, who's going to be playing there. It looks like on the 15th. So she's a sensation here from the Delray Beach area. So that's always cool to go check out. That's a big event, and that's right in downtown Delray Beach, right there on Atlantic Avenue. Great event. If you love tennis, it's just fun to get out there and go see that. And again, good place to have some fun, get some fresh air, the sun, and watch some great tennis. So that's going on. Let me see. Don't know more questions. I was checking because I'm trying to look at my phone and this, so it's a little bit of a delay. Let's see. And then, of course, baseball's coming. We have spring training with the Miami Marlins and the St. Louis Cardinals and Roger Dean. So that's really cool. But then we also have the Washington Nationals and the Houston Astros over at the West Palm Beach park that they have. So that's really cool. You can come down and go out there. I mean, spring baseball, right? It's just hand in hand. So that's a lot of fun. And then we have the Honda Classic, which Florida's known for the golf, the famous Honda Classic. Great event to go to. That's going on. So like you can see, there's just so many things going on here in South Florida. Just March and February, there's a ton of stuff to do. And then you have the Artie parties, the Artie Gras. I told you about that last week. Artie Gras is a big event with art, and it's up in the Palm Beach Gardens. And we also have the Lake Worth Street Painting Festival. This is a super cool event. So you have all these artists who get out on the streets in downtown Lake Worth, and they kind of block it off, and then they have ropes around it. And so they're all in the center of the street, and they have chalk, and they make these amazing pieces of art out of chalk. You have to see it. It's just, some of the stuff's like 3D, and you can't believe that they could do that, but it's really cool. We've gone so many times when my kids were little, and I'd like to get back again. It's just a really fun event, and there's food and there's music there as well. But it's really, really cool to see all these amazing artists get together and have this little section that get there, and then they just sit there all day and they kind of make this cool masterpiece out of art. Out of chalk. So anyway, that's kind of a fun event to go to. And then it looks like you also have Boca has some events coming up. Festival of Arts in Boca, and so a lot of stuff going on. So let me see, get rid of this and go get rid of that and go back to this. Hey, there I am. So so that's February in Paradise, March, February. Those are just the busy months here where we have so much stuff going on outdoors, and lots of great things to see and do and explore the Palm Beaches. So, all right. So, hope you guys got something good. All that talking, and your mouth gets dry. So, all right. Let me see. Are there any new comments? Not any questions? Cindy's the only one? No one? We got 3 of you watching. No one else wants to ask a question? That's okay. That's all right. So, like I said, I do have a special guest coming next week. I have a lawyer who's going to come on, and we're going to have to talk to him, a real estate attorney, and we'll talk a little bit about, real estate and some things that, just stuff to watch out for he'll talk about, we'll go over the contract a little bit and just some stuff that he can answer some questions. So that should be pretty good. It's not always going to be me just rambling about living in South Florida, but what a fun week it's been, though. It's been a pretty cool week. I'm excited, and we had a great meeting today. For our office, we had an awards meeting for the realtors and all that, and I've kind of put myself out there for a big goal to help 40 people buy or sell homes this year. So you guys watching, all my subscribers and all that, anybody looking to buy or sell real estate down here in South Florida, tell them Palm Beaches Paul will help them out. 40 is the number that I want to hit. I want to help have 40 transactions. That'd be a big number for me, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. I like the challenge to do it and love helping everybody. So, and it's not going to be easy with this market with the lack of inventory, but there's homes still being sold every day. So I think I can make that happen. But, and don't forget, if you're thinking about moving here, I'm part of KW. Here's the commercial. I'm part of KW, right? One of the largest real estate companies in the world. So I can definitely connect you with someone where you live to help sell your house. And then we'll get you down here to South Florida. So if you haven't found a realtor yet and you need someone, reach out to me. I'm networked with a lot of realtors around the country. A lot of my fellow realtors do videos like this and stuff. So, all right. So there's my real estate commercial. So, all right. Well, let's get to it because I don't have a whole lot. I mean, today was really, I got a couple articles that weren't really too exciting. And I did say that we're going to talk about, the beaches and all that. So let's go back and we're going to share again. And since it looks like I only have 3 of y'all watching right now, Cindy, if you're still watching, can you tell me if that last part came across all right, that you could see it and it looked okay on the screen? It's hard for me to tell looking at my little phone as my monitor. But let's see. We're going to go to share screen. So we're going to talk about the beaches. So does the beaches in Palm Beach County get crazy with teens during spring break, or that happens in other areas? Hey, Walker, welcome back. Yeah, some of the beaches can be a little crazy. Everyone saw the news last year. Obviously, down in Miami, it was really crazy. But they've done a pretty good job of keeping it, not like what you see in the 1980 movies of spring break, like Fort Lauderdale and stuff. It doesn't happen like that. It gets pretty crowded, but Delray's nice, Boca's nice. There's some people coming out, but it doesn't get out of hand. So I don't think it's anything like what you've seen in those 1980s movies of spring break, where it's Daytona Beach and stuff like that. So I've never seen anything like that. Fort Lauderdale gets a little crowded. I know that I've been down there, and Fort Lauderdale Beach gets a little crowded at times. So, and there's definitely a lot of college students that head down to Fort Lauderdale and stuff. And then there might be a couple who come here to West Palm Beach as well. But the beaches do get crowded. We still get a lot of people who come here for spring break, obviously. So you'll definitely see the beaches much more crowded. And parking, you have to park somewhere else because all the parking gets taken up real quick along Atlantic Avenue. So, Cindy, also, what area has the most house sales? Delray, like worth examples? Cindy, I don't know. I don't know if there's an area that has the most house sales. There's like a month's worth of inventory. So, there's really not that many homes for sale. So, certain neighborhoods may have more than other, if that's what you're looking for. Maybe they're selling more, and some places they don't have a lot of high turnover at all because people don't want to move out of their homes. We've seen places where I'm trying to do comps, and there wasn't a house sold for 6 months in this one neighborhood. So in 6 months, nobody had sold a home in there. So I had to go back a little bit further, and that's not the norm. Everybody's been selling lately because the market's so high. So it just kind of varies, Cindy. I honestly don't. I'd have to look more into that. But there's just homes being sold everywhere right now. So it's a seller's market, and people want to sell their house. Sorry, the dog's barking. The wife got home. They're going to sell. So anyway, let me go to the screen share, and we'll pull up the Google Earth. So let me hit this again. Go here, share. Google Earth, and okay, hopefully you guys can see this. I'm waiting for the delay. I'm watching it. Okay, all right. So here we are. So I'm in the south. So this is the South Inlet Park. This is down here, right here, where I'm in here. This is the Boca Inlet, and you can go out right here on this jetty, which is really kind of neat. You can go right out here and see all the yachts and boats come in and do some fishing, and you got some paid parking right back over here. So you come back in here, just come off the way. So, and then this all right here is beach. Now, I've never been to this beach before, but I've been right here with my son because we were doing some fishing out here. And it's just a really cool place to watch boats come in, especially on a wavy day. I wish I would have thought of this idea, but I know there's some other guys out there with channels like Wavy Boats and stuff, and they just sit there and catch these people coming in and hitting these waves, and like literally people almost falling out of their boats and losing stuff. It's just crazy. But this is the Boca Inlet, and it goes right up here into Lake Boca, which is a really, really popular place for people to hang out who like the boat. And you got the over here, this area right over here is the Boca Raton Resort and Hotel, really nice area. So, but all this right down here, this is all you can get to this. This is over here is part of the resort. So you can't, this is like private. Most of this is private right here, belonging to like a lot of the condos or some of these resorts. So it's really kind of, I don't think you can actually even get to some of these beaches unless you accessed it from north. But that's Boca. And let me see. So that kind of gives you this little area here. You can kind of zoom in and see. I'll zoom out and give you an idea. So that's Boca, but then you come up a little bit and keep going. And then you got some really nice beaches right up here. They got the pavilion. So you got, let's see, is this Palmetto? I think that's Palmetto Park Road. Yeah, so you come down here and, you know, you got to have a lot of these places, you have to have a city pass, depending on what part of Boca you live in. You get a city pass and you can park. But there's some other places you can park along here and do metered parking. So, and then they got this beach right here. So this is a nice beach. I haven't been to it. I've only gone up to this little area up here. Because most of the beaches I go to are going to be up north and Delray and Boynton Beach, up in that area. But you can kind of hang out here and look out here. And like, if you can get a parking space, and then kind of this little observation deck that they have right here, you can kind of just hang out and look at the ocean and stuff. So it's very nice. But it's a really nice beach. This is A1A. This goes up. So if I go zoom out, so this A1A, and it just goes all the way up the coastline. So that's the road that you go cruising on, or if you listen to Jimmy Buffett, A1A, this just takes you all the way up. So, and this is the road that I'll go drive on sometimes when I just want to relax and chill out. I'll just get on that road and take a nice drive with the windows down, with the music on, and it's really great. So Boca has a lot of nice South Beach, Park, Boca. These are all really nice beaches, and you get some parking over here. And then as you go up, there's actually a beach. It's really cool, and I think it's Red Reef Beach. They have like a tunnel. Yeah, Red Reef Park. So you can go and park, and they have a tunnel, and it goes underneath, and then you pop out. I think it's right there. So you go underneath, and then the tunnel it goes underneath the road, and then pops out here, and you can head out to the beach. So, but that's a really neat place. And I heard there's some good little spots to do some snorkeling over here as well. That's one of the places that I want to go down and take the camera and get into water and do a little snorkeling, because it's supposed to be really nice right around this Red Reef Park. So this is all part of Boca Raton, just south of us. So let me see. And then if you go, now I will say that a lot of these beaches are not dog friendly. So as far as I know, the only really dog friendly beach is up in Jupiter. And there used to be some areas in Boynton. I don't know if it's still open, but it's a little bit of a walk, and I'll show it to you in just a little bit. They used to allow dogs. Some say they do, and other people said it's not anymore. So you really just kind of have to check. I know a lot of people don't like that. And being dog owners, a lot of people love to take their dogs to the beach, but for some reason, a lot of these cities just don't allow it. So, but as you can see, they got lots of parking, places for picnicking, really nice areas here in Boca, facilities. And then you just kind of go up here and just keep going up the beach. It's like I said, Gumbo Limbo is a really neat nature center you can go to. They have a bunch of things of wildlife and everything you can go here and see, and seashells and crabs and everything. And so it's really neat. Let me see. I'm looking at the phone, guys, so I'm checking. So Walker says, can you surf at any of the beaches, or waves aren't big enough? Well, great question, Walker. So I don't know about down in Boca, but There's parts in Delray, which we'll get up to next, where you can surf. I don't think the waves are really big. It just depends, I guess, maybe on the conditions. But there are a lot of surfers there. If you guys see it, sometimes I'll wear a hat and it says a surf district. That's a surf shop in Delray Beach, and they do surf lessons and stuff. And it's obviously not going to be California waves, but they definitely do have surf contests there every once in a while and some surfing. I know we got my son a surfboard about a year ago, and he wants to get back out and do it. And Boca has some good spots too, because when he was younger, they actually did some lessons down there, and so they have some spots where you can catch some waves. So, but the real good waves, Walker, are going to be like way up north. And I'll zoom out. So way up here in, okay, Sebastian. Sebastian is where a lot of the surfers go. And that's way up north of Vero Beach. So that's up here. And here's the Sebastian Inlet. And you can kind of see, look, it even looks like there's swells coming in on this. So this area right here, Sebastian is really known for surfing. And if you go watch one of my videos, Walker, that I did, it was pros and cons of moving to Florida. We were up there for a day. And one of the things I talked about was how just all the nature and how pretty it is. I actually caught a kid surfing up there, some footage of some people surfing, and the waves were pretty nice. And it was literally right in this little area where I'm at, right by that little green marker. I was doing some videoing right there and happened to catch some people out surfing. So, but let me go back south to where we are, back way down the coast, and go back to Boca. So, all right. So that was Boca. Let me see. Oh, that's Boynton. Let me go back. Where are we at? Gulfstream, Atlantic, Highland Beach. Okay. So that's Gumbo Limbo, which is really nice place right there. And let's see, Pauline. Hey, Pauline, welcome back. No, the beaches in Boca and Delray, I think, are pretty much the same. They're both very nice. They're very well taken care of. Parking's, I think in Boca you have to park more. So if you guys see the little cursor, I'm moving it right now, around the Gumbo Limbo. So in Boca, there's not as much street parking, right? You can't park around here, right? Because it's all just, that's A1A. So you have to go find parking spaces over here. And when you get up to Delray, you can actually park along the beach and stuff. You still have to pay, but there's parking spots where you can park your car and just walk right down to the beach. With Boca, you have to park over here and walk across. Not that it's that far of a walk. It's just not right on the beach. But the beaches are all nice. They're very nice, nice and clean. They do a good job. There's some of the Boca always looks really nice. And Delray Beach is always really nice as well. So let's see. So that was Gumbo Limbo. So that's Boca right there. So I'm going to go up the map, and then you keep going. And there's Spanish River Parks. There's some more beaches. So you guys can see there's just tons of beaches. Like I said, there's 47 miles. And it's usually pretty shallow, right? It's pretty shallow in the areas right here. It doesn't get too deep. I will tell you, though, you need to always watch the flags. You always want to watch your flags for the rip currents. Rip currents can get pretty bad, especially during this time of the year. So you always want to be aware of the rip currents. You want to watch the flags, see what the lifeguard says. Every beach that has a lifeguard will have an information board, and they'll tell you the conditions of the water that day, the temperature, and if there's any sea life. And what I mean by sea life is like purple flag for jellyfish or man-o-war. Jellyfish are there, but the man-o-war is what you really want to watch out for. So you don't want to get stung by either one of those, but especially a man-o-war, they'll leave a nice, they'll zap you good. And I've been fortunate, knock on wood, that I haven't ran into any of them in all 30 years of living here in South Florida. But you definitely want to watch out for that. And then a little pro tip for you guys, if you haven't been to the beaches in Florida, if you're just not aware of it, when you're done at the beach, especially in the summer, rinse off. Don't just go to your car. Rinse off. There's showers there. Go rinse off real good. Try to get as much fresh water on you as possible, because you can get what's called sea lice, and they're basically from the crabs, and it'll make a nice little itch. And it's always in spots like underarm or your bathing suit somewhere. So just like kind of open your bathing suit up and without flashing anybody, but try to get as much fresh water rinsed off on you as possible so it doesn't sit on your body. Or when you get home, make sure you take a shower and get cleaned up right away. So or jump into your swimming pool if you want to do that, but I don't recommend that. I'd shower before jumping in the pool. But just those are some things that you want to do. A lot of people don't realize that, but just it's a good way to get yourself cleaned off, and you'll feel better anyway. Get all the sand and stuff off you. But the beaches are nice. They're nice and clean, nice blue water, really pretty. So this is Boca, Spanish River. So you can see Boca has lots of beaches. It's a really big area. So, and I don't know what this is, but it looks cool. And I wonder if it's a good spot to snorkel. Yamato Rock. I've never seen that, but it looks like it'd be an interesting place to snorkel. And it might be one of the places. I'm gonna have to look at that. I've actually never looked at that before on the map. So kind of neat. It's kind of fun discovering stuff on Google Earth. So, all right. So, and of course, the drive up A1A, guys, it's absolutely gorgeous because you're going past all of these beautiful mansions, oceanfront condos, beautiful homes. I mean, like, look, let's like here's like look at this zoom. I mean, that's not small. That's a beautiful house. Look at they got their green backyard with their rock wall and their private entrance right down to the beach. So it's a nice drive. You'll definitely enjoy it. Let's see. Go up north. Hello, honey.
You on camera?
I'm on camera.
Hi.
And now you're on camera.
Hi.
So this is Angela, my wife, and now she's gone. So, all right. So we're going up. So now we're starting to get into like north, and you start getting into Highland Beach. Going up this way. Again, a lot of these are like, you can see they're really just homes. It's really not accessible. I mean, some of the people that have properties over this side, because I had some clients that were looking up around here, you do have the right to go up certain, like in between, and go to some beach access. It just depends. I'm not saying this particular area. I just know that when we looked at some areas at some condos, if it was on this side, you did have a pass that would get you right over to the beach. And usually it's just a little walkway that goes in between the properties. So as you can see, it just kind of goes up, keeps going. Let me zoom out a little bit. And then here's the Intracoastal Waterway. Let me go north. Now, as I said, I've only visited down those places. I've never really gone. And I know it's crazy, but in all the years I've lived here, I've never been to any of those beaches. Like I've never actually gone out on the beach because I'm always in the north or the midsection up here. So, so let's keep going. This is Highland Beach that we're going past. It's a lot of condos. And like I said, if you live over on this side, usually you can walk across over here and get to the beach. So but let's get into Delray. So where's Delray? Okay, so here's Linton Boulevard. So here's where we start getting into Delray. And then you got Atlantic Dunes Park. So once you start getting up here, you'll see there's some parking. You can start seeing more beaches. And there's lifeguards. So someone put, Serene Beach with lifeguards on duty. Very nice. So you can walk down, you see right here, and you get out to the beach. So this is going here. It looks like it's low tide from the way you can tell here. It looks like it's low tide. A little bit more foliage. Then you can see how the beaches are a little different though. Paul and Ann, how there's not as much beach wide here. So it gets a little narrower here, but it'll get wide again when you see we come up here into, you start getting up into more of Delray. So, and then of course, these are all these beautiful, amazing homes that are right here on the ocean front. I don't know which one of them, but I know that Kevin James bought a really nice house somewhere up here not too long ago this past year. So these are all crazy though. These are all like literally $34 million properties. All right, so lots of green. So you can see it's a nice big lot for somebody. So let me scoot up a little bit and let me see. Here we start getting into like where the beach is right here in Delray Beach. So like here's Anchor Park. You come across here, you can park. And all this area is Delray Beach. And you can see all the cars parked on the side. So see, everyone just parks on, got all these places here you can park. So that you don't have in Boca. Here you can park, walk, go down and be at the beach. Boca, you're parking over here somewhere. Let's see, let me go up a little bit. So this is Delray, which you guys seen me do a lot of videos because that's the area that I focus on a lot and where my next video that I was excited to do is going to be in Delray. Here's the Delray Beach Pavilion. So if you guys have watched my video and I've done the bike and you see me do things like pros and cons of Delray Beach, or you see me riding a skateboard, it's right here. This is where that's done. So you got like Boston's kind of used to be here. Boston's is actually was really cool. It's a fun place we used to go to, but it's owned by the same people that own the Tiki Bar, and the Tiki Bar is actually going to take over. They're going to knock a wall down and just make the Tiki Bar, I think, more one big restaurant. But that's all right here, and this is Delray Beach. So, and when I've done those videos and stuff, like you've seen, like here's Atlantic Avenue, right here. So there's Atlantic. I zoom out a little bit. So that's Atlantic Avenue going all the way down. This is where you guys see me do a lot of my videos in Delray, because I just love going there. It's a fun place. So, and you see all the cabanas you can rent out, and then you got some of the really nice hotels, the Opal Grand, which is right here, which used to be the Marriott Oceanfront. Now it's the Opal Grand. So that's a really nice hotel. And they just finished up this whole section right here is redone. It's all done. It's really nice. They've been doing a lot of remodeling there. And then as you can see, you go up the road and there's parking just kind of up here, all the spaces, and then you just kind of come down, and it's really nice. This actual interesting, I talked to someone one day when I was making a video, and it said at one point back in the 50s, this was all parking lot. So, and then they, eventually, I guess they got smart and brought it back and let nature take back over. But I guess it was all just parking lot back in the 50s, which would have been ugly. And now it's just, really nice. You walk through it. Like I can zoom in on it. See, and you got the greenery. It's not the best view, but you can walk down. So this is Delray Beach. Really nice. And, you can go out to these places. And so all these kind of places I've shown you, as long as you're not around people, you can take a fishing pole and get out there and do a little fishing. You can go out there. You always want to check that if you can, I'm sure they'll tell you. But but we've gone, and I take my, like this is the type of year where I want to get out my surf rods and get out there and fish for some pompano and permit. It's like just, getting out there with the windy, choppy weather. It's a lot of fun to throw some lines way out there. So, but this is all Delray, and it's really nice. Like I said, the parking is first come, first serve. So, it can be in this time of the year. It's really busy, and it can be a little difficult to get a parking space if you're not there early. But there's parking in downtown. Like, I'll just show you real quick. This is the beach. Let me just zoom over. There's Old School Square. All right, so this is here. Here's where, have you seen my videos where they had the 100-foot Christmas tree? That goes on right there. Okay, so here's Atlantic Avenue where all the bars and restaurants are. Okay, and right here, this parking garage, it's free until 4 o'clock. You can park there, and it's free until 4 o'clock, and then they start charging you. So if you can get in there and park, you can go park for free, and then take the freebie, right? Or if you want to walk, sightsee, and go up the avenue, you can look at the restaurants, and then you can just walk up to the beach. But that's a neat little place right there. And then I used to work just down the street. I wonder if I can find it. Where is it? I used to work right here. I used to work in this little building right here and look out the window all the time, right there on the corner. So, but all right, you guys don't want to see that. Let's get back to the beach. So anyway, so that's Delray Beach. It's really nice. Berkshire by the Sea is a great place. We would stay in Delray. We see it on your screen. Yeah, Paul, that is a nice place. Very. That's one that's famous. It's been there for a long time. So, a friend from the Philippines is here. Awesome. So anyway, so that's Delray Beach, and it's really pretty, guys. I mean, it really, as you get there, it's hard to see on a Google, but if you've seen the videos and you guys have seen it, and you've been here before, you know how really just wonderful it is. And even in the summer, when it's hot, it's not crowded, it's real pretty. So it's just, you have the whole place to yourself. It's amazing. You can go there and there's no one there sometimes. So let's go north. We're going to jump up to one of my favorite beaches. I'm going to head up here a little bit as we pass Gulfstream. Now, this is all beach here and stuff, but this is all like Gulfstream, and this is all like super, like, it's like Uber mansions all around here. Very, very private. And just so you can see, all these homes are just massive. And there's the Gulfstream Country Club. So, there's a Gulfstream Country Club somewhere right around here. There it is. That nice building right there. And then I think one of these golf clubs, I forgot, one of them was the Gulfstream, another one was the little club. So let's see, keep going. And this is Gulfstream, and then you get into the Gulfstream School. All right. this cool little place right here is called Gulfstream Park. Now this parking is free, at least for now. And please keep it that way. Please keep the parking free. So this is a neat little place. Now it fills up. It's not big, right? You see, it will fill up extremely quickly, and the police officer will be out front to say, sorry, you can't come in anymore. But this is a great beach. I love this beach because it's not super crowded. It's really, really nice and clean. And they have this pavilions here where you can picnic under here. They have places to sit out. They have nice facilities to rinse off. The restrooms are right there. The showers. And then you got your lifeguard here at this section. And then if you want, you can walk up a little bit and go down this, and there's no lifeguard. And just all really cool. And it's a really neat little place. And you got some rocks over here. You can do a little fishing off and stuff. But that's a nice beach. I like going to that beach with my family. We've been there many times. And it's just a great little beach. And it's convenient. It's close to us because it's close to Boynton Beach. This Boynton Beach is just up over here. And so that's a great little one. And it's called Gulfstream Park. So you come down here and you're locked out and you can't find anything in Delray, drive up here and you may find a spot. And then we'll go north. This is the famous town of Briny Breezes. These are all mobile homes. Look at all these. All mobile homes right here. I think these are some cool old houses, but all these mobile homes right here. It's our own little town of Briny Breezes, and it's pretty cool because they're not cheap to buy one of these. And they don't come up very often from what I've been told, but they're right here, and you're right next to the beach. It's like really cool. I was correct. That's Atlantic Dunes Beach. Oh, okay. Nice. So, hey, one of my friends, Philip, another realtor buddy of mine up in north in you were in Georgia. I think you're still in Georgia, right? And then you went up there and you're doing up by the lakes. He's selling properties on the lake, which is really nice. So, so this is, Briny Breezes. They tried to buy it at one time. Their developers were going to try to buy the whole place. And then they said no, or it fell apart. I don't remember the whole story, but it was years ago. So, and everyone got to keep their nice little trailer homes, and they had their own little club, and it's right by the beach and all that stuff. So you should tell the story of Briny Breezes, and the developer offered them an average of $1 million. Yeah, that's the story. They were offering them like $1 million per mobile home. It was actually in the 90s. It was the late 90s or 2000s. I remember that. It wasn't in the 80s. It was more recent than that. But yeah, they tried to buy all these people out, and they said no. Where are we ever going to go where we could be this close to the ocean? And they were right. They couldn't. I mean, they were literally steps from the beach. So they kept their cool little community, and it's a neat little place. It's really kind of unique. So I like it. It's cool. It's Florida, right? It's different. They didn't sell out, and it's kind of cool to have that. So all right. So that's Briny Breezes, and let's see. Where is it? Is it down here? It should be. Where is Nomads? I think it's right there. I believe one of the cool surf shops around is a place called Nomads. So that's a really cool surf shop there. You got two. You got the one Surf District, which is really cool, and Nomads. Nomads has been around longer, so everyone knows Nomads. But Surf District's right in the heart of Delray Beach. They're both cool little places. So a lot of people have gotten their surf gear and all their stuff here for many years from that place, and skateboard gear, which I need to go get my bearings on the skateboard. I need to get some new bearings on the wheels. So, all right, let's go north and get up there. So you see some more beaches. It just goes. This is just again going. Some of this area is probably more private. You're not going to be able to get up to, but we're going to go up to Boynton Beach. And then look, they have lots of, like I said, guys, there's lots of green areas, really neat nature areas that you can go and see here, that you can get out and enjoy nature. I've never even been to this one. That's one that I want to take my wife to. We've never been to this one before. It's pretty neat. So, it's right here on the Intercoastal. So that looks like a really neat area to go walk down and just kind of check out. Let's see. Okay, so oceanfront. So here we go. So go back. Here is Ocean Avenue. And this is where Two Georges is, which I just had a beer there with two of my clients that found me from YouTube, 2 separate weeks. And I went there and had a nice cold beer with them. So really cool hanging out. And this is Two Georges right here. And then a banana boat. These are some downtown areas of downtown Boynton Beach, right on the Marina District. And just fun place to go hang out, live music, and have a good time. And then one of my clients got a condo right here. and he gets to look out this way at this and see this every day, and you can see the ocean, and it's a beautiful view, and it's a nice winter place for them. So and this is, they won't ever build here. This is all protected, and this is all protected. So but this beach right here, this is Oceanfront Beach Park, and this is right here in Boynton Beach, and it's a really nice new pavilion they've got. So you got all this parking, and they got this pavilions here. And where is it? Is it right here? Yeah, so somewhere right here. Yeah, actually, I remember I sat right there, and they have like an ice cream place right here, and they got like this huge giant chess set and stuff. You can go there and get some snacks. You can sit under here and eat lunch, and then you got lifeguards. And this is a really nice beach right here. And yeah, there are a lot of neat homes in that neighborhood. Those are some cool homes, and they haven't tore them all down yet, which is nice. So they still have that kind of cool look to them, and it's nice to see some of those older homes. I love those older homes. So all right, so yeah, so this is Oceanfront Beach, and it's part of right there in Boynton Beach. And as I said, you just go park right up here, go in, and it used to be paid to go in. Now it's just all metered. Where's the entrance at? Where's the entrance? It's right there. So it used to be a guard right there, and then you'd have to pay to get in. Now it's just you come in here and it's all metered. So that's kind of a good beach. But again, nice beach. Let's see, go up a little bit more. And then this is a really pretty one too. So this one was in, I think, I forgot what video I did, but I showed this. This is Ocean Ridge Hammock Park. This is really neat. So this one you park, now it doesn't have a lot of parking. Here's the parking space right here. Okay. Real tiny. And it's also free. You walk across here, and then you walk through all of these hammocks. You just walk through all of these trees. It's just really pretty. You go through all this, and you walk out, and then you end up coming out of it right here. And it's just old Florida at its best. It's super neat. So it's actually one of my favorite places to go to walk and get up there. And it's a really neat beach. So you come up here and just walk out, and it's super pretty. It's really nice. It's quiet. Again, it's not going to be too crowded because, it's not a lot of parking space right over here to get there. So that's a great place to go to. And what is it? It's Hideaway Beach for swimming and fishing. Yeah. So I've never done any fishing there, but we did go do some swimming there. So it was really nice. And if you guys have any questions about any of this stuff, you can always reach out to me through email. All my contact information is in the videos, and I'll be happy to tell you. And again, when I talk about places, so, since you guys look at my channel to find out, well, where would we want to live? Here's the beach. Here's Boynton Beach. Here's I-95. Okay. So you're really no more than 10 to 15 minutes away from, depending on where you live in traffic. I mean, we live way out west, all the way out west. To get to the beach, 20 minutes, 25 minutes tops with traffic. It's not that bad. So you're never really too far away from a beach when you live in Boca, Del Rey, anywhere. Even if you're on the far west counties, you're still not that far, or west part of the county, not that far, maybe 30-minute drive. So so this is Ocean Hammock. Okay, so let me head up north. Okay, this is Boynton Beach Inlet. So you saw Boca Inlet way down south. This is the next inlet. So for those boater fans, those of you who are watching or thinking about boating, it's always something to keep in mind. How far do I have to get to get to an inlet? Well, Boca was the last one, and that's way down south. And then you come up and you have Boynton Beach. So it's a little bit of a distance depending on where you live and how much you're going to have to drive up the Intracoastal Waterway to get to an inlet to get out. And this is not a very nice inlet. If you see how narrow this is, the Boynton Beach Inlet was actually rated one of the most dangerous inlets in Florida. Aloha, what's up, buddy? I love it. My fellow realtor friends are out here. So the Boynton Inlet, as you can see, it's got this crazy, so this is, you can go out and fish out on this, right? So you can park down here, you can park over here. We've gone to this beach a lot. I mean, I've shot some videos up here. And then you got the jetty that comes out and you can fish out here. Problem is, it's very narrow. It's very shallow right here. And when boats are coming in and the current's running in this inlet, it's crazy. So there's literally, people have lost their lives on that inlet. So, and lots of boats have flipped. It's that bad. So it's actually, they said it was more of a drainage than an inlet for when they originally dug it. It was more of a drainage to let out of this, because the next inlet is all the way up in Palm Beach, which is a big one, which is the Palm Beach Inlet. So, but I mean, people, experienced boaters go through, and we used to do a lot of fishing here. My son and I recently went here. We did some kayak fishing. If you saw, we went out and that did video. This is where we kayaked, and we put in over here at Harvey Oyer, and they got a ramp right here, a kayak ramp right there, and then we paddled across, and he caught a fish. I didn't catch anything, but we went over here and did a little fishing, which was pretty cool. And then this is a neat little bird island, but they call it Beer Can Island. And a lot of boaters just kind of hang out here and party for the day. They'll sit out here, kind of like Lake Boca. This is where all the Boynton boaters and Antana, a lot of people come in, and they'll just hang out here for the day and, have a good time and do a little partying. So, but that's the Boynton Inlet. But this is all beach. I like Boynton is nice and it's convenient, but I do like Delray Beach better, just because I think it's just a nicer beach for this area. Or I would go to this beach down here, the one I went to earlier. I showed you the oceanfront beach for Boynton down here, or Ocean Hammock, any of those beaches. So, but it's still, I mean, it's not bad. There's just, I don't believe there is a lifeguard. This guy's a lifeguard on this side. There is no lifeguard on this side. So, and then on this beach, somewhere up right around here was where you could take dogs. But I don't know if you can anymore. But for a while, they were letting dogs come up to this beach. But it's a little bit of a walk, because you park here and you have to take your dog down here. And then you have to walk your dog past all the people and then end up somewhere up here. So, you don't mind doing the walk, but and then this is Manalapan. So, all right. So that's Boynton Beach. And then they got a whole facility down here. You can hang out, and they got a restroom facility here, really nice playground and places over here to go in and park. Again, this is all free as well for right now. And it's a great park to go to and picnic and take the kids. And there's some shallow water here. And so this is a great place. It's been filling up lately because, as you guys know, Florida's getting crowded, but it's a neat little place to go hang out. So, and I like it. Lots of good memories there. I shot one of my very first videos right here, and it was called Most Dangerous Inlet in Florida. And I got a lot of hate for it, because I talked more about how much fun I had with my family fishing and going to the beach than how dangerous the inlet was. I didn't know better back then when I made the video. So a lot of people were like, "Hey, you're just talking about how nice the beach is. You don't talk about the inlet." So, but it got a lot of clicks. It was funny. So, but I learned not to do that. So, but yeah, it's nice. It's a cool little place. And as the road east here says, yes, it is a dangerous inlet, but it is great for fishing. And yeah, matter of fact, one of those clients that I told you had a beer with, when he was down here for his winter vacation, and we're looking for a condo for him, he went fishing with his son here, and they caught some huge snook, and then he also had like on 100-pound eel. So, and then it cut off, but just really good fishing. So right here in this area right here, with the right size fishing gear, you can catch some really big snook, and there's a lot of good fish here. And then a lot of guys will catch stuff thrown out this way. So if you like doing some fishing, that is a good spot to go to. And in summer, if you get some live bait, there's lots of live bait there. So, and this thing's just a dredge. They use that thing, it pumps out sand. So, but this is one of my favorite drives. So if you leave here, and we're going to continue going north, this is the island of Manalapan. And it's just really, I mean, just look at it. That's not a golf course. That's a golf course for this house. That's their own little golf course right here, their own little driving range, whatever putting range you got here, in their own green. So, and a lot of these people have this side and this side. So they have intercoastal to ocean. So these are some of the most spectacular homes I've ever seen driving through Florida. Just going in, as you can see, it's kind of covered by the canopy going up. And somewhere, I don't know where it was, but somewhere around here, Billy Joel owned 2 houses, and he sold both of them a couple years ago. I'm not sure where it was. I'm sure I could look at the tax records. It's not going to say his name, though. But yeah, really neat. Just a really neat drive. You kind of go all the way up. So it's real pretty. I mean, it's just not bad, right? Not a bad way to live here in Florida. It's crazy. So, all right. So we keep going up here. And then it makes a little curve and come down. And there's a nice piece of land for somebody. And let's see. And you can look, there's some neat stuff out offshore if you're into that. So I don't know what it is. I've never seen that before, but I'll have to click on it someday. Let me see. Dangerous Inlet. Oh, I'm sorry. Just going back and look to see if there's any questions, guys, as I'm focused on that. But yeah, so all right. So then you get up to Lantana, another great bridge. Here's Lantana, and they have a nice park up here. And what is the restaurant? Is it Dune Deck? Ange, what's the restaurant up in Lantana? Is it Dune Deck? Dune Deck. She knows. So this is the Dune Deck. Really cool. You can come up, sit up here, and grab some food and drinks, and then look out at the ocean and stuff. And it's kind of a neat little restaurant right there. And then you got this whole beach, which is another nice beach to go check out. So then they got a little park and everything right here. So all right. So I'm going to skip up a little bit. Again, I don't. It's a lot. So a lot of beach, a lot of places to go to. You can see just tons and tons. I'm going to go up to, because you guys had some surfing questions. So here's Lake Worth. Lake Worth is a good beach for surfing. This is probably the best area for surfing in Palm Beach County from what I've been told. I'm not a surfer, but you got the long pier, which is great. It goes all the way out here. You do some fishing, and it's got some pretty good swells that come in. So if you like surfing, Walker, this might be one. I think it was Walker who's asking earlier about fishing. Surfing. This might be where you'd want to go check out. So the Lake Worth Pier and Lake Worth Beach, and they got all this is just all kind of recently done in the past few years. I used to put my kayak in right here before they put all this pavilion in, and they made this whole circle like this. You used to just be able to pull your car right here, unload it, walk down with your kayak, put it in, and go park the car somewhere over here. And now it's kind of, you can't even do that. You park it for a second unattended, you'll have a ticket. But they have lots of parking. So, and then they have Vinny's. I think it's called Vinny's on the beach. This is a little restaurant right here as well. It's been there forever. So you can sit there and get some food and drinks, and you can either do a tourist ticket for $1 or something, or you can go out and fish for the day and it's a couple dollars. So, and that's Lake Worth, and it's got a pretty nice beach. It's pretty big. And then let me see. Keep going north. What are we at? Where are we at? I'm looking at, just trying to keep track here. All right. So we've been on, oh man, we're almost an hour into it. All right. So I'm just going to scoot up, way up. So, and here's another one in Palm Beach. I only been there once to put the kayak in. Phipps Park has a beach right here. So there's places all along A1A for you guys to go. If you don't want to go to a crowded beach, there's places like this that won't be that crowded at all. So, all right. So we're gonna keep going, heading up. Now we're on the island of Palm Beach. Now, the island of Palm Beach has a nice beach, but there's next to zero parking. And the parking that they do have, once we get up there, and I'll show you guys, and I'm not kidding, I think the meters are $10 an hour. It's $10 an hour to park. So never really go there. Never really go. It's fun to stop by and look at it, but their beach, it's too expensive to go park for an hour, $10. So I think that's what I saw last time. But you can see this is just going all the way up. This is where all the beautiful mansions are. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's where Jimmy Buffett used to live. I think one of them, or it's the old John Lennon estate from way back. One of these houses is really cool. So, but you can see, look at this, guys. This is just, now we're talking about like crazy. So you come down here, go all the way up, just amazing. One of them, I'm trying to remember, and Rod Stewart had a house somewhere right over here somewhere. It was like yellow. But these are the craziest. This is Palm Beach. This is like Beverly Hills. So, and I have no idea what this is. I haven't been by there so long. I have no idea what they're building there. I don't know what that was. Interesting. So, keep going. You come all the way up. There's the Bath and Tennis Club. That is world famous Mar-a-Lago, which was Meriwether Post and E.F. Hutton, who originally had it built. It's also where the past president owns and lives. I'm sure you guys know that. But this was a historic house that was owned by Miss Post of Post Cereal, and it's really neat. And she actually had a tunnel that went across to her own little pool club for all their friends. And now it's called the Bath and Tennis Club. And it's a really neat place. I remember going in there many years ago as a sales rep, and I was dealing with them as a customer. And the people, they have all these photos of the people that have been members there. And it is like going back through a history book and looking at the names of people that really built this country. So it's pretty cool. And part of the building had the original part that was wiped out from a hurricane. There's still some of it left, which is probably like right over here. And then obviously they added to it. But yeah, that's just, we're into like Palm Beach now, and that's their Bath and Tennis Club, and they got their little bungalows, and it's pretty cool. So, and then of course you come over this way, and there's Mar-a-Lago, which goes all the way there. I also used to fish right back here, way back before he was president. I used to kayak fish back here many years ago. You couldn't even get anywhere near this area now with a kayak. There'd be a boat and people coming right at you like that. No, you need to leave now. So they've kind of changed a lot of this. As you can see, a lot of construction, because they're building a new bridge. But you used to be able to put right here and go out here. And this used to get so shallow you could walk. At low tide, you could walk from here all the way across to that island. So it was pretty neat. So that's Palm Beach. It's beautiful to see. I've never been to any of the beaches there. I probably never will. It's nice, but there's just so many other places I could go. So if that's your thing, go check it out. It's a beautiful place. You got the Breakers Hotel, which is gorgeous. And there's Worth Avenue, famous Worth Avenue, like Rodeo Drive. You can go down Worth Avenue, all the shopping and all that. So, all right, so let's get past this because it's not that important. Go across. And it's funny because when I talk about West Palm Beach, there really isn't a beach over here. I mean, you can go to this beach, the north up here, public access, and there is a beach up here. But again, parking is very limited. So you kind of have to park somewhere and walk. But they do have some beaches up here that might be a little less expensive to get to. I've never gone. I've just ridden my bike around there. So we're going to jump all the way north, keep going. You can see we're on the island, separated. And there's the Palm Beach Inlet. So this is the big inlet. Here's Singer Island. So this all goes Peanut Island. So give you guys a perspective of where we're at. So now we're up in the northern part of Palm Beach County and heading up to, and this is a really neat place here in the Sailfish Marina and all that. Phil Foster Park, you put your boat in there. And actually, I want to take my son and do some fishing right up here with our kayaks, because there's some reefs in here called, I think, Sugar Sand Reef. And it's about 20 feet deep, man-made reefs, 20 feet deep. And there's some good fishing right in this area right here. So you just take your kayak and just go along up this way, and you can do some fishing up there. So if any guys, ladies, or people into fishing or kayaking, this is a pretty neat place to go on a good day, not on a windy day. So, and then you have Singer Island. It has a lot of beaches here. Singer Island does have some beaches you can go to as well. And come up here, different beaches that they have, and a lot of condos and stuff. So, all right. So we're going to kind of skip all that because now I'm going to go all the way up to John D. MacArthur. This is State Park. This is absolutely beautiful up here. So you can see all this up here going along here. This is John D. MacArthur. So this is a really neat park. So you go into this park up here, and they have their nature center. You get your parking, you go in there. It's only a couple dollars. And then you take this boardwalk and you go all the way down this boardwalk and you walk across. It's a long walk. So if you have a lot of beach gear, bring your tote so you can carry all your stuff. So you can see it's a walk. But it takes you all the way to this beautiful beach. And John D. MacArthur owned all of this. Like, he owned all of this land at one time. It's thousands and thousands of acres. And he donated this to the state, which is really great. So it's this beautiful park. And you got all just sorts of wildlife and everything in here. And I used to do some fishing back over on this side. Back in here, it's in the flats. But it's a real nice beach. We've been there. It's really super, super pretty beach. And it's just, it doesn't look like it's been spoiled by anything. And that's a great beach. And you'll see the beaches and the way you can see it looks a little different as we start getting into the northern part as we head further north. But this is a great beach. If you guys ever get down here and go check this out, I highly recommend checking out John D. MacArthur. It's one of my favorite places I've ever been to. And I definitely want to go back sometime this spring or summer. It's just that pretty. So we're heading up and back out, and we're getting up into some more beaches. Now we're getting up into Juneau. All right, so here's Juneau. And I haven't done much. I did one video about Juneau and Jupiter. I need to get back up there. But Jupiter and Juneau is just a really cool place. And again, just lots of beaches going up. I'm going to skip through Juneau a little bit, and we'll get up to Jupiter. Let me see. I'm going to go all the way up to the pier. Okay. So this is the Juno Beach Pier. And this is a great pier for fishing. It's a really nice pier. It's just super cool. Little shop right here. You can get some gear. You can park right over here. I've taken both my kids to this pier so many times. And, just a great place to go fishing. And then the beaches all on either side are really, really nice. And one of these I'm pretty sure is dog friendly. I forgot where it was, but again, we'd have to look. But I know that I've seen people with their dogs go up to this area. So, and these just are really nice beaches, and they have like big sand dunes on this part when you get up here. So it's real pretty as you drive up this road. You'll see that's kind of elevated, and the beach is down lower, and it's really neat. Kind of reminds me, I guess, like if you're in California and the way it looks, it's got that look of being high up, and then the beach is down below. So, but that's really nice up there as well. So, in the Juno Beach Pier, great place. Go out there. You can see all the people will be out here fishing and boats going by. Oh, here you go, guys. There you go, Dog Beach. I knew it was somewhere up there. So just up there in Jupiter, just north of this pier, of the Juno Beach Pier, is Dog Beach. So you can go there and take a look. And then here's Ocean Cave Park, so you can park right across over there. So, and then the last place I'm going to show you it's a nice beach. It's a cool place, and it looks like a couple dog beaches, huh? So I guess people put these tags on here. Another beach, last one that I've gone to, which is a really neat Carlin Park. Actually, where is it? Where's the pavilion at? So right in that building and standing literally, oh, there's a heart there, honey. Hey, Ange, there's a heart where we got married. So almost 20 years ago, folks, I stood right where that heart is, and I married my wife. So I got lucky. I got lucky that day. What? Yeah, I got lucky that day. So that's she took me and said yes. So that's where I married my wife, right there. And this Civic Center was really cool, and it's got wood beams, and it's very cool and rustic, and we had a great time. So it was really neat. So that's the Jupiter Civic Center, and this is a really nice beach. You can come out and hang out here too. Really neat park. It's got this whole facility right here. Carlin Park's really cool. So, all right. So I know I'm running at an hour, guys. So I appreciate those that are watching. I hope you're enjoying this. So we're going to go north, and we're going to go all the way up. I've done Dubois Park. If you saw my video, Dubois Park was a great place to go. Lots of fun. Little kids love it. It's a super cool little place to go hang out. It's called Dubois Park, and that's just up here as well. Really fun little place to hang out. And this area right here. So see this little area like the Loxahatchee River? This gets real. The tide comes in, and the water flows through here, and all the kids just kind of hang out and play in this water, and it gets pretty shallow. And you can kind of just sit on a tube and just roll and just cruise down this way, and then you come back up. And it's really neat. You can see little fish in there. There's a lifeguard. It's got the whole section. You can picnic. It's probably one of our favorite places to go and picnic. But again, like anything, on a good day, it gets super packed, and it gets sort of there's no parking left, and they won't let you in. So you got to get there early. And what's nice is you got the lighthouse right here. Where is it? Why am I not seeing it? I guess you're not going to see it at this angle, but the lighthouse is right there. It's actually right there. So that's the lighthouse. Here's the inlet, and then here's the Jupiter Inlet. And so if you go here to Dubois Park and you walk on this little trail, maybe someone wants to hang back here and chill, some of you want to fish, then you can go out and you can do more fishing here, and it's a great spot to fish, and lots of snook and good fishing all right in here. So that's a neat little place. So, all right. So once you cross over this, you're getting over onto Jupiter Island. Jupiter Island's like really, really famous. He got it. You the road east knows where I'm going. It's called Blowing Rocks, and it is really cool. So Blowing Rocks is this natural formation of rocks, which is really neat because if you notice, the beach is all just normal and nice, and then you get to this one section up here, and it has these rocks. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it? There's Hope Sound. There's Jupiter. It's got to be back here somewhere, as I saw it. Let me see. Oh man, I just passed it. Okay, so it's right over here, last time I went, it's closed. But so you see all the rocks. So they got all these rocks. All those are rocks right there. See how it breaks off? And on a really windy day, when it comes in, the waves hit those rocks and they just shoot up just like you might see in Hawaii, and they like blow up, so like spouts, and it just kind of shoots up in the air. It's really, really neat. So it's a great place to go. And it's a nice beach. You can hang out on this area, but it's really rocky right over here. So I've never tried to get in the water over there because of how sharp this area is right here. So, but pretty neat. Really neat place. And then of course this is Jupiter Island, which was at one time the most expensive zip code in America, the wealthiest zip code in America. And yeah, Tiger Woods, Celine Dion used to live here, Greg Norman, you name it. They all probably at one time, some people and other people who don't want their names known live there. And it just kind of goes all the way up. So anyway, so all right, let's get out of that. Let's go back to this. Hey, I'm back. So those are the beaches. Lots and lots and lots of really great beaches to go to here. Like I said, 47 miles of amazing beaches. And like I said, anything from just reading a book to chilling out, some more active beaches. Maybe some beaches have more younger people hanging out, and maybe go to a more quiet beach. There's something for everybody to go to. And you can do some fishing on some of them, and you can go surfing at some of them, and hanging out. So really neat. And like I said, Boynton and Delray are the ones that I've been to the most, and then Jupiter and stuff. And we love going up there. And my wife likes to fish. My son likes to fish. So we'll get out there and do some fishing. But yeah. So anyway, that was my favorite beaches. So if you guys got any questions, I know there's a lot showing you that, but just kind of giving you guys, I thought that'd be kind of a neat perspective, so you guys can kind of really see the different areas of South Florida and Palm Beach County where the beaches are. Let's see. It's up past all the buildings. Oh, thanks, man. I know, right? Took me a while. It took me a little bit to find that, but yeah, that's a really neat place to go. And like he's right, the whole stretch of A1A you've shown is a great bike ride. Yeah, so if you like to bike ride, a lot of bikers, the kind of the fast bikes, the multi-speed bikes, go up there and they'll ride along A1A in packs. I mean, like hundreds of guys riding their bikes, especially on a Saturday or Sunday morning, guys and girls just riding up there. And they do it in Delray, and they do it in Boynton, and they have people up in Jupiter doing it. So really, really popular for a lot of people to be out there doing the bike ride. So just if you are driving, be careful and watch out for them, because you'll see one or two, and then you'll see like 70 bikers. So in this long thing, but I'm trying to go back and just look at some of the questions. No, I don't think it does, Nick. I don't believe all of A1A has sidewalks. There's definitely some areas that there's no sidewalk that's going through, and then you'll get into some other areas that are definitely more developed and have it. But I think there's stretches that there's no sidewalk. So you have to really kind of be careful about that. And it is a 2-lane. It's like one lane going north, one lane going south, pretty much almost as far as I can. If I'm thinking from Boca all the way up, I don't think it ever gets any wider than that. And I don't think they ever will, because with the easements, there's basically driveways to people's homes and those mansions right there. So there's really no room to widen it. You'd be cutting out someone's driveway. So yeah, it's just, but it's a great drive. It's like I said, I've gotten in the car and put the windows down and throw on some Jimmy Buffett or whatever, and it's kind of just drive home the long way and just unwind. Sometimes just no music and just hearing the waves when it's real windy out, and hearing the waves, it's real peaceful. So it's why when I tell you guys I love living here, that's why I love living here. That just the water and the beach and all the activities that we can get out and go do. And I don't take advantage of it enough. And just sometimes we just don't get to the beach enough. Life gets in the way. But we've been doing a little bit more and going out there, and it's fun. We'll go out there and just kind of hang out and chill for a while. So I want to definitely do more of that. But yeah, thanks for the question, and thanks for watching the live stream. So let's see if I go back. So yeah, look at Hawaii. I'm showing Florida, and we got Maui here, huh? Maui Mondays, living in Hawaii. Yeah, man, that's talking about paradise. I have a friend that just got back from there. They said it was absolutely amazing. So dangerous inlet for boating. Yeah. So I'm just kind of going back to see if I missed any questions from y'all. I appreciate you guys coming on and asking questions and leaving comments. It helps. So I don't think I missed. I think we got everybody. So and I'm glad you guys stuck around. So let's see, it would be a great video. Drive along A1A. You know what, Nick? I've thought about doing a video where I just take the camera and I've done time lapse, but it goes so quick, right? But just take the camera and stick it on there. Maybe I'll do that. I've actually thought about putting the camera on my car. I got it to where I know where to put it now, and I can crop out the car and you just look like you're going up the road. And maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll find somewhere from like Boynton Beach north where it's real pretty. And I can always stop it and then start again somewhere. Once you get to some areas, you just see condos, and it's not that pretty. But yeah, it's a good idea. I appreciate it. I'll try to make that video one day. It'd be nice for me to just put on the music and just cruise up the road. So you don't have to twist my arm to do that. But well, the wife said it's been over an hour, so that's probably telling me I've been talking too long as she laughs in the background. I don't know. Do you guys have any questions, anything before I head out? If not, as I said, next week I'm going to have a lawyer come on, and it'll be a little more real estate related, but we'll ask him some questions and about real estate and things with the Florida contracts. I know you guys are a little different up there, and in Florida, we don't typically have a lawyer involved. You can, but just a lot of times you don't, unless you want one. They just have the contract that's already approved by the Florida Real Estate Board of Realtors and the Florida lawyers, FAR. And so I know in places up north, you have, attorney for everything, the whole process. So it's a little different here. So I'm going to have him come on and answer questions that might help you ease any worries or concerns you might have about that. So Ken Apple, welcome, Ken. Best hotel to stay at during a visit to Delray Beach. Well, I did a video about the best hotels that I thought were really neat. Oh man, let's see. There's a couple really cool hotels. So do what? Okay, so there's a hotel that it just got bought out, believe it or not, but it's called Crane's Beach House. It's really kind of neat. It's a neat hotel, sort of old school bungalow type, really neat, cool little courtyard, and it's right by the beach. I mean, literally just walk out the street there. Then you have the new Rey Hotel, which is upscale, very trendy, very neat. There's a cool coffee shop. It's got I think it's called Rosewoods, I believe that's called upstairs. It's got like at the upstairs deck with a pool and a bar upstairs and everything. And that's in Pineapple Grove. And be sure to go to my channel and look for a video. I did a video that actually shows you these hotels. So that's one, and that's in the Pineapple Grove district, which is really cool. Then you have the Seagate Hotel, which is really nice. And they actually have access when you stay there to their own private beach, which is kind of cool. So, you have to be a guest there. And that's a nice hotel. And it's also literally right on Atlantic, steps from the beach. And then as you saw, if you didn't see earlier, I showed when I was going up A1A, there's one called the Opal. The Opal is a really nice. It used to be the Delray Beach Marriott, but it's called the Opal. It's beautiful inside. They're doing a great job with that. They did a lot of remodeling, and they got some great restaurants and a coffee shop and everything in there. And with that one, you are on the beach. Like here's the hotel. You go across the crosswalk, you're at the beach. So you couldn't get in closer unless you went south and stayed at one of the older hotels that have been around for a while, and they're right on the beachfront. And there's some neat places like that down there. So any of those places, just check the rates. In season, it's going to be expensive. But out of season, you might be able to get a better deal. And all of them are close. And then there's the freebie, which is the golf cart. And you can just use it. It's an app. You download the app, and it's called the freebie. And they'll take you from your hotel to the beach. I know the Rey has one of those little cars. They're called a Mote, M-O-T-E, I think that's what it's called. It's a little car, and it's like an electric car. And you see them on the islands a lot. And for, I think, I forgot, maybe it's $30. You can get what's called a beach package, and they'll take you in that, and they'll take you to the beach. And I think you get a little bungalow or something. You'd have to check with the hotel, but it was pretty neat. The guy was telling me about that when I was videoing. So all of them have like little things they can do for you. And so those are all some nice beaches. Let's see. Nick says, how are you seeing home prices with interest rates slow creeping up? And Nick, we've been looking. I've got clients looking for properties, and they'll tell me about the property, and when I go to look at it, it's already under contract with sight unseen. People are writing offers with just off looking at the pictures. It's still crazy. I'm working with some buyers right now, and like, if you're not there the minute it hits the market in the MLS and have a contract already ready to get shot over in like 2 seconds, it goes. They're still going. Even no problem, Kim. My pleasure. Just the market's still crazy. There's just not a lot of inventory, so things aren't lasting. And it's as I said, you guys, I'll say it again. It's not a market that I like. I'd rather see a better market where more people could buy and afford a home. It's just not happening right now, and I don't know when it's going to change. So I think maybe they're not getting as many offers on some, but I know that I had a property, and I just, like, my phone wouldn't stop with the number of offers coming in. So it's still pretty crazy. So, but thanks. Appreciate your question. Hopefully it'll get better. I really do. I hope it gets better. There's a lot of people I'd love to help get a house that right now they're just kind of priced out of this market. So we're seeing how that, hopefully something will change there. But, well, all right, guys, that was, we set a record. Woo! All right. Hey, cheers. Have a drink. Cheers. We did a record. We went an hour and 21. I think that's longer. That might be the longest. So I've done, although one of my fellow vloggers down here, he went 3 hours on a vlog, and he had the people on the whole time. He's got a bigger channel than I do, but he's a neat guy. So, but listen, I appreciate you watching. As I said, I'll be back here next Thursday. I'm going to keep trying to do this every Thursday and do these and try to get more stuff and bring some more interesting people in to talk to you and talk to you about Florida and different professions, lawyers and title and other people. I want to kind of make it fun. Like maybe I can get one of the guys who I have a friend that owns one of the microbreweries here. Maybe we'll have him come on and talk about, beer and brewing here in South Florida and stuff, because it's just, I like supporting them, and it's part of living here, right? You're going to be down here and you want to go get a cold beer. This guy has a brewery. So I appreciate all the questions. I appreciate you guys hanging out and watching. And I will be back again next week at same time, same channel, different beer. So I appreciate it. All right, guys. Cheers. And everyone have a great weekend. And enjoy paradise.